that one more game can turn into hours. A fun escape can become a lonely prison. Gaming addiction doesn't just waste time. It erodes your relationships, your grades, and your sense of self. The constant cycle of compulsion and regret can lead to intense anxiety and deep feelings of depression. But it's not too late to break free. Recognizing the problem is the first step to regaining control. Connect with your world. Reach out to friends, family, or your university's counseling services. You are not alone.
Good morning everyone, my name is CHARAN JEEVANANTHam and my matrix number is 310574 and I am from group 1.
Hello everyone, my name is Bhaavesh Logeswaran and my matrix number is 310675 and we are from group 1.
Hello everyone, we are from Group 1 and today we will be present our project titled The Effects of Gaming Addiction on Mental Health Among UM Students. My name is GUHAN, KESAVAN, my matrix number 311733, and I will be present the first part of our project, which includes the project problem, objectives and variable scales. First, let me explain the project problem. Nowadays, online gaming has become very popular among university students, including students at University of Utara Malaysia. Many students spend a lot of time playing games because gaming is easily accessible through smartphones, laptops and the internet. However, excessive gaming may lead to gaming addiction. This addiction can negatively affect students' mental health, such as causing stress, anxiety, depression, and lack of sleep. Besides that, gaming addiction may also affect students' academic performance and daily life. Although this issue is becoming more common, many students are still unaware of the risk of gaming addiction, and there is still limited research focusing specifically on UM students. Therefore, our study aims to examine the effects of gaming addiction on students' mental health and daily life. Next, I will explain the objectives of this study. There are three main objectives in our project. The first objective is to identify the distribution of students based on demographic characteristics such as gender, age, and semester. The second objective is to measure the level of gaming addiction among students. This includes gaming frequency, gaming duration, and gaming addiction level. The third objective is to determine whether there are significant differences in gaming addiction across different programs or semesters that may affect students' mental health. The next part is why statistics is important for the project. Statistics helps you measure the problem clearly. Instead of saying many students are addicted, you can show actual numbers like what percentage of students play daily, how many experience stress or anxiety, and how serious the issue is. Second, it allows you to identify relationships between variables. Our project is about the impact of gaming addiction on mental health. Statistics helps you test whether there is a real connection between gaming habits and issues like stress, anxiety, or depression. Next is variable scales. In our project, we use several variables such as gender, age, semester, gaming frequency, gaming duration, types of game, gaming addiction, study level, anxious level, social isolation, and sleep quality.
Next, I will explain the measurement scales. In this research, different measurement scales are used to collect and organize the data properly. For demographic information such as gender and semester, nominal scales are used because the respondents are grouped into categories. Meanwhile, age and gaming duration are quantitative variables using the ratio scale since they involve numerical values that can be measured. Other than that, gaming frequency, gaming addiction level, stress level, anxious level, and sleep quality use the ordinal scale because the responses are based on ordered levels or ratings from the respondents. In this slide, I will explain the statistical techniques used for this study. Different statistical methods are used to analyze the data collected from the respondents. First, we have frequency and percentage are used to describe the demographic background of students such as gender, age, and semester. This helps us identify how many respondents belong to each category. Next, mean and standard deviation are used to measure the average level of gaming addiction and mental health among students. The mean shows the average response, while standard deviation shows how much the responses differ from one to another. Last but not least, the independent sample t-test is used to compare two groups, for example, male and female students, to determine whether there are significant differences in their mental health scores. This slide, we have few graphs and let's look onto it. For this slide, it shows the background profile of the respondents involved in the study with a total sample size of 40 students. Based on the gender distribution, female respondents make up the majority with 55%, while male respondents represent 45%. For the age groups, most respondents are between 21 to 23 years old, which accounts for 62.5% of the total respondents. This clearly shows that the majority of participants are students within the common university age range. Lastly, for semester distribution, most respondents are from semester 5 to 6, followed by semester 3 to 4. Overall, this background information helps provide a clearer understanding of the respondents involved in the study. Now, let's have a look at this slide. It shows the relationship between gaming addiction and mental health among UUM students. Based on the graph given, students with low gaming addiction levels tend to have lower stress and anxiety levels, while their sleep quality is higher. As the gaming addiction level increases from low to moderate and higher, both stress and anxiety levels also increase significantly. At the same time, sleep quality starts to decrease among students with higher gaming addiction levels. This clearly shows us that excessive gaming may negatively affect students' mental health and sleeping patterns. Overall, from this graph, the graph suggests that higher gaming addiction is associated with higher stress and anxiety, together with poorer sleep quality. For this slide, it presents the analysis of mental health scores based on gender among the respondents. From the results, female students recorded a higher average mental well-being score compared to male students. Female respondents achieved a mean score of 75.2, while male respondents recorded a mean score of 68.4. An independent samples t-test was also conducted to compare the two groups. Based on the analysis, the p-value obtained is 0.019, which is lower than 0.05. This indicates that there is a significant difference between male and female students in terms of mental health scores. Overall, the findings suggest that female respondents in this study showed higher mental well-being scores on average compared to the male respondents. In this slide, we can look about the data collection. This study uses a quantitative approach through a cross-sectional survey method. The data is collected at one point in time using a structured questionnaire distributed through Google Forms. The questionnaire uses a 5-point Likert scale to measure gaming addiction and mental health responses. The respondents are undergraduate students from University Utara Malaysia, or which is known as UUM. Convenience sampling is used because respondents are selected based on their availability and willingness to participate in the study. The study targets around 30 to 40 students to ensure enough data is collected for the analysis. In the conclusion, this study shows that gaming is not always just a form of entertainment because excessive gaming can also affect students' mental health, stress levels, anxiety, and even sleep quality. Through this research, we were able to identify the level of gaming addiction among UUM students and better understand how gaming behavior may influence their daily well-being and emotional condition. The findings from this study are important because they help create more awareness among students about maintaining a healthy balance between gaming, studies, and personal life. This research can also help universities take early steps in promoting healthier lifestyles and better mental health support among the students. So overall, gaming itself is not the main problem, but uncontrolled gaming habits may eventually lead to negative effects if not managed properly. That's all from me. I'm signing off from this, Rishi. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.